The crystalline halls of the Galactic Council chamber gleamed under the light of 1,000 distant stars. Representatives from 47 different species sat in their designated pods, their various forms creating a tapestry of biological diversity that had taken millennia to achieve. At the center of the circular room, a holographic display flickered to life, showing the face of a human male William Morrison, trader, explorer, and according to the Council's records, a threat to galactic stability. Kylie Chen stood among the human delegation, her hands clenched at her sides as she watched the proceedings. As Earth's youngest ambassador to the Galactic Council, she had fought tirelessly to build bridges between humanity and the countless alien civilizations that populated the known universe. But today, those bridges were crumbling. The human known as William Morrison has violated sector regulation for 7B, announced Councillor Vexither, a towering being whose translucent skin pulsed with bioluminescent patterns. He has interfered with a protected species on the planet Thetan 9. The penalty, as outlined in our ancient laws, is immediate termination. Kylie stepped forward, her voice steady despite the fear coursing through her veins. Councillor, with respect, William Morrison saved that species. The Thetan 9 natives were facing extinction from a solar flare. He evacuated 3,000 individuals to safety. The law is clear. Vexither responded coldly. Non-interference is absolute. The human's intentions are irrelevant. Round the chamber, various councillors nodded their agreement, or performed whatever gesture their species used to signify assent. The Cathari representative clicked its mandibles approvingly. The gaseous luminary delegates brightened momentarily. The decision was unanimous. Kylie felt her heart sink. You're condemning a man to death for saving lives? We are maintaining order, Vexither declared. The execution order has been transmitted. It is done. What the Galactic Council didn't know, what they couldn't have known, was who William Morrison truly was. 3 hours later, alarms began screaming across every council facility in the galaxy. Ships went dark. Communication networks crashed. Defensive satellites tumbled out of orbit. The carefully maintained infrastructure that had kept peace among the stars for 10,000 years simply stopped working. In the council chamber, panic erupted as screens displayed cascading system failures across hundreds of worlds. Vexither's bioluminescence flickered erratically as he tried to make sense of the chaos. What is happening? He demanded. Kylie, who had been frantically working her own communication device, looked up with an expression caught between horror and grim satisfaction. You killed the wrong human, she said quietly. Explain yourself. William Morrison wasn't just a traitor, Kylie said, her voice carrying across the suddenly silent chamber. Before he left Earth, he was our greatest systems architect. He designed fail-safe protocols, redundancy networks, security systems. When humanity joined the Galactic Council 15 years ago, you asked for our help modernizing your infrastructure. You called it primitive and inefficient. She paused, letting the weight of her words settle over the councillors. William Morrison personally designed 70% of the systems you're currently using. And being the cautious man he was, he built in a dead man's switch. If his vital signs ever ceased without a proper deactivation code. She gestured at the chaos erupting across their displays. This happens. Vexither's color drained to a sickly gray. That's impossible. Our security experts examined every line of code. You examined what William wanted you to examine. Kylie corrected. He was brilliant. Paranoid, yes, but brilliant. He hid his protocols in quantum encrypted subroutines buried so deep in your systems that they're practically invisible. And now they're dismantling everything he built. A councillor from the reptilian Orcs species hissed urgently. Can you stop it? I don't have the codes, Kylie admitted. William never shared them with anyone. They died with him. The chamber erupted in accusations and desperate shouts. Through it all, Kylie stood calmly, watching the beings who had so casually ordered an execution now face the consequences of their decision. There must be something we can do, Vexither pleaded, his earlier arrogance completely evaporated. Kylie considered this, then slowly shook her head. William wasn't a vengeful man. If he were alive, he'd probably help you rebuild. But he was also someone who believed in justice and second chances, the very things You denied the Theta 9 natives and denied him. She gathered her things, preparing to leave the chamber. Where are you going? Vexither demanded. Home, Kylie replied. Back to Earth. I suggest the rest of the council does the same. Return to your homeworlds while you still can. Your ships will work long enough for that. William would have ensured it. But your empire, your networks, your unified government, those are going to take decades to rebuild. She paused at the entrance, looking back at the assembled councilors. William Morrison once told me something, she said. He said that any civilization advanced enough to control the galaxy should be wise enough to value every life within it. You had the advancement but lacked the wisdom. Perhaps by the time you rebuild, you'll have learned the difference. As Kylie walked through the crystalline halls for the last time, she felt her communication device vibrate. A message appeared: origin unknown, encryption protocol impossible to trace. It contained just 5 words. Tell them I'm watching. Kylie smiled despite herself. Somewhere in the vast reaches of space, William Morrison was alive. The Council's assassins had failed, but William had let his failsafe execute anyway. It was, she reflected, exactly the kind of thing he would do.